Not so long ago, you were clearly hailed by Arabs, from Palestinians to Jordanians, throughout the Arab world, as the, quote, Arab Avenger. Are you still relevant on the Arab street, or has Osama bin Laden made you, with other Arabs, irrelevant? Hope you can understand the question. Thank you.
This is not our goal. What we want is not a personal issue. What we want is what Allah wants and what our nation wants. We want our nation to be happy, not to be spoken of as heroes. The most basic thing to be said about Saddam is that he is a true son of his nation, and to say he did his best for his people and his nation.
And he does or does not agree that Osama bin Laden is now the champion of the Arab streets?
How do you see it? Mr. Rather is an intelligent person. I believe that he wants to get to the truth and not really provoke or to try to get someone to say something that might be held against him. The most essential thing is to stop the aggression against our nation and the Iraqi people. You see how the Palestinians are killed on their land, and their homes are demolished, and their properties are destroyed, and no one is trying to take away their handcuffs to free them. And if the Arabs consider Osama bin Laden a hero, we are not jealous of him. Jealousy is for women, and men are not supposed to be jealous of one.
If there is an invasion, will you set fire to the oil fields? Will you blow the dams for your reservoirs of water to resist the invasion?
Iraq does not burn its own wealth, and it does not destroy its own dams. We hope that this question is not going to be used by those who intend to attack us to cover their backs while they themselves destroy Iraq's dams and oil wells. Iraq will not destroy its oil or dams, but will use them and protect them for the benefit of the Iraqis.
Mr. President, Vice President Richard Cheney of the United States, says that if and when an American-led army comes into Iraq, it will be greeted with music. It will be treated as an army of liberation. If Americans are not to believe that, why should they not believe that?
If the Iraqi army or any other army were to cross the Atlantic and occupy America, is it going to be received by the American people with music? I am categorically certain that no Iraqi will welcome any American when he is an occupier. But all the Iraqis will welcome any American who comes as a friend. That is why, now that you are here, you are being welcomed, even though you come from a country threatening to destroy Iraq. Haven't you seen the kind of welcome you've received by officials and ordinary citizens? You can roam about in the town, but if an American soldier is here as an occupier, he won't be received in this way. So as long as you are not a soldier, you are a guest, and a guest is always treated with respect. Any American, if they want to know the real position of the Iraqi people, they must ask themselves a question. In 1995, the Iraqi people elected Saddam Hussein president of Iraq, and in 2002, they re-elected him. And the percentage of the voting was, respectively, 99.6% and 100% in those two elections.
100%?
100%. This I know may sound strange to you, but even if you take out whatever portion you want to take out of that, then the ratio would remain high in favor of re-electing Saddam Hussein. Now, what does that mean? It means that the Iraqis have decided to take a patriotic stand under the circumstance of war and the blockade, in order to say to the foreign powers that are threatening Iraq, it is we, the people of Iraq, who decide our way, not you.
More lethal military force aimed directly at your throat and heart. Why would you think that you could prevail this time on the battlefield? Or do you?
You know that in both cases, we did not cross the Atlantic to commit aggression against the United States, neither by land or sea or air. The officials in America are the ones who are talking about the intention of attacking Iraq. Isn't it the responsible thing, the moral thing, and the most basic thing to do, to warn the aggressor that if they attack us, we will not surrender? If we ask the question to any honest American, including you, Mr. Rather, let us suppose that during any time in the future, if another power comes to America, do you do nothing? I will answer. I will tell the Americans that if such a thing happens to you one day, do not surrender. Stand and defend your country and your dignity. And, as you know, we didn't commit aggression against America. America is the one who is daily killing our children, our women. As I'm talking to you, there are American planes in the south and the north dropping their bombs on the citizens and on their property. This happens daily. If there is a law in the world that says the stronger ones get their way, it means surrender to the law of the jungle. And we do not want to surrender to the law of the jungle. It is our duty to defend our country, so we will not surrender. Not to America, not to anybody else. Just a quick historical correction that might interest you and the American people. In 1991, Iraq was not defeated, but our army withdrew from Kuwait by our own decision. It's true, they left Kuwait under bombing, but when they were back inside Iraq, they were not defeated, and neither were the Iraqi people.
Mr. President, respectfully, a lot of Americans Kuwait with the turrets knocked out indicated a beaten army on the battlefield. The point is, I'm asking you to explain what you mean that you were not defeated in the 1990-91 war, because I can report to you with accuracy that overwhelmingly the American people believe that that was a resounding defeat for you and for Iraq.
Let me answer this. You know the goals of Bush the father, and you know he attacked us repeatedly after that. So why did he repeat his attack if we had been defeated? When there is military conflict, there is attack and there is retreat. And when we saw that Bush the father, the president, had mobilized 28 armies against us, when we saw that the whole world was in fact collaborating against us, we realized that we had to withdraw from Kuwait. We did not lose more than 10% of our equipment in all of the battles. That was the worst loss suffered by any of our units. So, we lost a battle, but we were not defeated.